Like most people who work in a demanding profession, I just thought stress was something that happened from time to time. I certainly never expected it to cause permanent damage to my sight. I began to display what I now know to be classic symptoms of chronic stress and burnout. The symptoms manifested themselves in how I felt about the job, which was a total disregard. I would start the day knowing that I had to do a full day at work, and this manifested itself in intrusive thoughts. I thought, how can I get out of my working day? And I thought, if I had an accident, if I trapped my fingers in the washing machine door or had an accident at home, then I'd be able to ring up work and explain to them how I wouldn't be able to come into work today. I had no intention of ever following these through, but that was the type of thoughts that would come into my head. It turned out that my blood pressure was through the roof. And then shortly after that, one morning I came down the stairs and found I couldn't bear to look at light, and all my vision was blurred and distorted. I was later diagnosed with CSR. CSR stands for Central Serious Retinopathy, a stress-related condition. LionHeart helped me in various ways. The support worker took me through how to apply for personal independent payments, which are PIP payments. She took me through the application process. She coached me in how to negotiate the interview, and then sort of took me through the process of filling in forms and what to expect in terms of waiting. At the time, I was experiencing difficulties in the workplace, especially with my line manager, but I found they were very unsympathetic to my situation. Talking through this situation with my support worker at LionHeart, she advised me that because of the discrimination factor that I may be experiencing, and so I was referred to LionHeart's panel solicitors, who took me through the situation and guided me accordingly. It was the personal touch from the support worker who went out of her way and went above and beyond to check in on my progress and just general well-being. That counted for so much. It made me feel as though I wasn't alone. The psychological effects of sight loss is devastating. And of course, this impacts a person's mental health significantly. After I was diagnosed, I was left with lots of questions. How do I maintain a job? What if it gets worse? What help is there for me out there? So many things that went through my mind. And of course, without engaging with support straight away, your mental health obviously suffers day after day. One thing that I found with talking to LionHeart and talking about how I felt with my mental health, LionHeart were able to provide me with optimism, that there is a way through these problems. It suddenly isn't the end of my career. I recall from where I was when I made the initial call to where I was a few weeks after, it was like day and night. So I'll be forever thankful for LionHeart for their intervention and helping me see that there is light at the end of the tunnel. The first thing I'd say to anybody who is feeling stress or pressured at work is to recognize the signs. Burnout isn't simply the feeling of being overwhelmed. It can have a devastating effect on your health. LionHeart are there to support and signpost, but more importantly, to listen. And help is always a phone call or an email away.